All right. Welcome. My name's Terry Hale. This is how to find hidden deals in commercial real estate. If you're here in front of me or you're in possession of these CDs or watching me on DVD, this is going to be an absolute tremendous benefit to you, a wealth explosion, and we're going to be doing live calls, live negotiations later. But before we get started, I think it's only fair that I just tell a little bit about myself, how I got started in this business, and why I'm overqualified to be here teaching with you today. I started off in the residential quick turn business. I actually did some lease options subject to short sales, and I was making money in the residential business. And what I found was that you can make money in residential, although when you're doing that type of business, you're working with smaller dollars. The profits are much less. And what I wanted to do was focus on the bigger dollar because I like nice things. I like to go where I want to go, when I want to go there. I don't want to have to ever answer to anybody. And the last thing that I want to do is become a prisoner of my own actions. What I mean by that, most people oversee that. They get rid of their job. They get into a certain industry or certain business or a certain niche. The next thing you know, they're swapping hours for dollars. And then again, you're a prisoner of your own actions and you have a job. You just have a different type of job. You're your own boss. And if you don't work, money doesn't come through the door. And there's nobody to ride you. And I want you to get it right here, right now, that commercial real estate, it takes one deal. It takes one deal to set you up for life because it's all about the cash flow in my world. We're not talking about flipping property, although you can, but why would you want to sell a property when it's cash flowing? That cash flow, meaning the positive cash flow after debt service, that cash flow will be there for you, and that's called financial security. And I know everybody here and everybody watching and listening to these CDs and DVDs understands the value of having cash flow, positive cash flow. So you may have seen or heard some of my strategies in any one of these arenas, Los Angeles Times, Google, Learning Annex, Yahoo, my CBS radio show, Canada Real Estate, Wall Street, Smart Money, CNN. It goes on, Business Week and Fortune Magazine. The reason why my strategies, my techniques, and everything that I'm sharing with you over the next following days is not only popular, but the masses are looking into doing it, including Wall Street. They've actually set up a separate fund, several funds, to purchase distressed property, distressed commercial property. The bigger dollars are in commercial. And I'm here to share the strategies where you use none of your own money or credit. And I know that's appealing to a lot of you. And I'm going to share deals here with you that you can see how you can get in with none of your own money or credit, make it happen within weeks and months, and get that cash flow. So for those of you who've never heard of me, my name's Terry Hale, and I have close to a decade of experience under my belt in this business. With my strategies and techniques, I'm not your crutch, but yet I'm here to go ahead and share these strategies and techniques so you can have a choice. You can either do the deals on your own, or you can go ahead and move forward and do the deals with me, which I call the heavy lifting. We're going to talk about that later. I understood in my residential days that commercial real estate is the wealth builder of all times. It truly is. And the way we're moving forward on property is not using conventional wisdom. You see, conventional wisdom says, okay, commercial real estate's where the money is. You got cash flow coming through the door. Well, it takes money to make money is what they say. You have to put down 30, 40, 50% down payment and personally sign. That's everything that I'm against because we're looking at distressed property. Most folks think of distressed property as one of these things that happens when liquidity dries up across the nation, loans are defaulting, and it's all about timing. But I'm here to share with you that it's not just about timing. There's distressed situations all the time. There always has been. There always will be. It's reality. And we're going to talk about that, the different types of distressed properties. It's not so much the property, it could also be the individual owning or running that particular property. So these are distressed properties of all types, all different sizes, all different dollar amounts, and it's truly irrelevant. It's truly irrelevant if you're looking to do a $20 million deal or a $2 million deal or a $500,000 deal. It's in your mindset that you need to go ahead and say, okay, I'm comfortable, and what I want you to do is get out of your comfort zone. A lot of folks take a while to get into quick turn real estate, and I watched them. I watched them when I was in it. And I was one of those people that always liked to be a little uncomfortable. And the reason being is because I know when you're a little uncomfortable, it's new, it's exciting. You have new adventures, and it's not the same old boring day-to-day minutia of life that you just live, right? So it's really important It's really important for you guys to get out of your comfort zone and start exploring the possibilities, because anyone here can get into commercial real estate. You're no different than I. You're no different than anybody that are on these tapes, watching these tapes, DVDs. You're no different than anybody out of those double doors. You're you. And I want you to be you, but I want you to be the best that you can be. All right. So with that said, commercial real estate is where it's at. It's an absolute wealth builder of all times. We're buying property at 30 to 50 cents on the dollar. That's 30 to 50% of appraised value. And I want you to make this note because it's so very important. People say, well, okay, appraised value, is that future value? Are we buying on hope? Are we buying on speculation? Are we buying on future value? None of the above. We buy as is, where is in its current state and its current condition. So the benefit to that is if we're looking at a mismanaged property, maybe if the property is a self-storage facility and it's only 40% occupied, meaning it's 60% vacant, it's not running at its highest and best use. We can move in, acquire that property with deep discounts, realize the tremendous upside, and we're talking about millions of dollars. But I don't like to speak using the M word because I think that it's grossly overused. What I want everyone here to focus on is the tens of thousands, 5,000 a month, 8,000 a month, 10,000 a month, 30,000 a month. The millions of dollars are always going to be there. They'll always be there. Just focus on the immediate cash flow. That's what's going to solve any problem. That's what's going to get you out of that JOB and make it so you're not creating another JOB for yourself, because positive cash flow is the key.